Good morning, y'all, and welcome to yet again another fun-filled week in Florida, man. We've been here outside of Jacksonville for a couple of months as I've been working on a Red Cross ERV, an emergency response vehicle. We've been experiencing a lot of Florida, a lot of fluctuations of weather. We've been spending a lot of time with family and friends, and we've also got to see a lot of really beautiful parts of Florida while we've been here. This week, I'm up early, waiting on the delivery truck for a bunch of supplies to come in so we can continue the work of building cabinets inside of the back of this thing. Y'all hang on, this week's gonna be moving fast. It all showed up. Now, if you remember last week, we left off with a little bit of heartbreak on my part because I've been working on building shower walls out of FRP, which is fiberglass reinforced plastic. And I went with the recommended adhesive for this product, and it in fact stood up to none of the words on the front of this tub. So we're going to revert back and use contact cement. So I'm going to get a different type of adhesive. Fortunately, it didn't really bond to the wood at all, so getting the panels cleaned up is not going to be a big deal. We'll get them out in the sun and dry them up and have another crack at this shower. Hello, Kelsey.
Hello, what's going on over here?
I'm trying to make room in life. Trying to make room to build a couch because we got to get rid of all this space. There's way too much of it. But right now, there's way too much of my junk in the middle of it.
I see you got the bed installed.
No, I did not. It's hanging there. But we haven't decided exactly where it's going to be yet. It's still chaos.
We're getting somewhere though.
We're getting somewhere. I did finish fixing all of the adhesive stuck to the wood, so I'm happy about that. Let's see what we can build in here. So I know the size of the refrigerator and I know the size of the beds. Now we got to find out what space we have left after those items are in here. And that's where our cabinets are going to be. Let's see what shapes those are going to be today. I've been curious this whole time myself. You know, just a couple pieces of plywood can really draw a lot out for you. Are you starting to see the shape? I am. Let's keep going. Well, look at that. Now it's time to start setting the counter height on this side, but I have a couple of decisions I need to make. And particularly, how tall the slides need to be off of the top of that wheel well. And that really dictates everything, because the lower I can get that, the lower I can get the armrest, which means the lower I can get the in height for this adjustable bed. We'll get some more done tomorrow. I've made about as many rectangles as I can make today. Well, good morning, y'all. It was a wet one again. This weather is rough. It rains for 24 hours straight. While the rain hit, the packages continued coming in. My first of 2 water tanks has shown up, as well as some new tools. Wonder what's in this box. My money is on a paint sprayer. Well, my first project today is unfortunately not using that paint gun. We got a long way to go until that happens. First, I'm going to be working on this couch, and it's a newer type of concept. I've seen a couple of other builders do it, DIY builders, and I really like it. We're in essence going to be building a big drawer that mounts on these 2 panels. And this is going to be our couch / bed surface. Now, if you notice, it's not very big. It's only 27 inches. And I'm going to be utilizing this 1x3 stripping with pocket screws and glue to build a bit of a rib cage on the bottom of it to give it some rigidity. We'll see what we can get done. Well, now that we have a basic idea of what our bed's gonna look like, we have to get this cabinet solidified because it's gonna be the bracing point for this thing. Now here we're gonna have a slide out cabinet, so we gotta get a nice sturdy bottom in this one. And then we also have to create a sturdy bottom here for our refrigerator. Well, I will say, it doesn't look very much different than it did when I started today, but I guess that's the point. It is much stronger now, and will continue to be more strong tomorrow. Unfortunately, this is gonna be it for today, because we gotta pack the love hut up and make a trip into town. And I don't like driving in the dark, y'all. So, let's get this place all cleaned up.
Proof that it does still move. We'll get back to taking it on our quest to find all of the prettiest roads in America very, very soon, guys. For now, it's time to go to Home Depot so we can finish that ambulance over there.
Hey, y'all want to learn something? So I'm covering this wall with this piece of paneling, but I have a very peculiar shaped window back here. Now, fortunately for me, this thing is outset, so all I have to do is hang my panel in place, and then I just firmly press into this wood. And what it's going to do is leave an ever so slight indentation, or crack it if you push in the middle of the window. And then you can take a pencil and scribe over that ever so slight indentation, and it'll be very pronounced. And then we'll use our jigsaw to cut it out. I'll show you. All right, so for the most part, I can see the line all the way around through there. Now let's talk about one more thing. Jigsaw blades. Now, I know a lot of you are very guilty of you buy a blade, and it's usually a metal cutting blade for some reason. And that's the only one you ever put in your jigsaw. Like, that's the only blade. When they get dull, it's time to throw them away. But more particularly, you got to pay attention to what kind of blade you're using. So this is generally what I use for wood. This one I'm using for a very intricate cut is going to be a scroll blade, which means it's smaller. It's like a scroll saw. And then we'll go back to this for cutting, you know, normal things. So our next step for this wall is we have to get this bed system hung exactly the same on both sides. Now, I'm one dude doing this, and I do have Kelsey. She can help me hold this thing up, but it's still going to be really hard to get it perfectly centered. So the solution to this problem is you got to build something else. And I'm going to basically build a jig that I attach to the wall, and it'll work on both sides, so it'll be perfectly even. Here, I'll show you. And this is why I don't throw scraps away, so I can build things like this. Now, what we have here is a center line, so it's the center of this piece of wood, and we're going to attach that center line to where I need the center of the bed to be. Couldn't forget that number. Hello, Kelsey.
Hello. What you doing over here?
Marking 63 inches and 3/4 of an inch. Look, that's what that is up there. Mm-hmm. Look at that.
That sun is going down, y'all. And I'm still hearing Shane saws out here. I think it's time to go tell him to come inside for the night. He has work lights out here, but it can't be all work and no play. Let's see how long it takes him to notice we're here. Those headphones are working good, y'all.
Oh!
Hey.
Hello.
It's getting dark. Are you about done for the day?
Oh, no. I can tell you, I love my new soft track, Kelsey. It just makes it beautiful.
That is a pretty nice cut. Let's see what you've done in here today. Oh my.
I've made a lot of rectangles.
A lot of rectangles indeed.
So many rectangles.
Oh nice, the bed's not gonna cover the window. You're close, Shane. You're very, very close.
All I like is finishing.
We'll get there. Let's go inside.
You know, some days it's kind of frustrating that I have to start every day unpacking. Eventually, it's all gonna stay in there. Let's see how much can stay today. If y'all remember last week, my week ended with a bit of heartbreak because all this FRP over here did not bond to the wood the way I needed it to. Now, I've created me some handles here to get a handle on the situation, if you will. And I'm going to be utilizing these and attaching them to the back of the panels that I'm working on. I'll attach it to the back of this because I'm using contact cement, so both surfaces will be covered in cement, and then I'll have to place this one on top of the FRP perfectly. So I need something to hang on to. Let's get this remedied.
Shane? What are you doing over there?
I'm clamping.
Clamping.
Well, I'm applying copious amounts of pressure so that this contact cement makes contact and cements itself on the heaviest thing I could find.
Kind of like smashing grapes to make wine, huh?
Oh yeah, like Lucy.
Meanwhile, guys, it's rock day, and this is the final round. So we're finally going to get to see what all of these beautiful stones look like. You guys have been watching me polish these for 5 different grits, but actually 7 weeks of tumbling, all to get this result. Oh, wow, that's awesome. Let me see if I can get some water over here to clean them up a little better. Absolutely beautiful, guys. Let's go show Shane. So guys, I told y'all when you're following us up a mountain in South Dakota looking for these beauties that I was going to give you guys a way to own them. And at the end of this week's video, I'm going to tell you how. But for now, we gotta let Shane admire some of his beautiful work. We worked hard for those, huh, babe?
We walked a long ways.
Pretty, huh?
Pretty, huh?
That's the end.
The end of the week?
No, the end of 7 weeks of tumbling.
Oh, that's tomorrow. Don't worry, we still got a whole nother day, y'all. Well, between cutting more rectangles, I was able to get most of that FRP glued to those panels. I didn't get all of it done. I have some more to do tomorrow. I've also been diligently working away at this corner. Because as you can see, we have very little margin of error when it comes to this moving bed. So all these cabinets have to be perfectly square. We'll get some more done tomorrow. I'm back at it this morning. I'm trying to make this thing look like something for y'all before the end of the week. Let's see what we can get done today. I hope it's a lot. Hello, Kelsey.
Hello, I didn't sneak up on you this time.
I saw you sneaking. Come check it out. It's more rectangular.
More rectangular?
Indeed. I'm working on the cabinet bottoms. So we have all of our verticals there. And then you make pieces like this to go in between them. This one doesn't go in here.
Very nice, coming together. Oh, that's one beautiful stone, guys. Let's make it into one beautiful necklace.
Well, it's officially dark in here and I can't see pencil anymore, so I guess I'm gonna call it good for the day. I do like where we've ended up. So to explain some of these crazy shapes, we have a countertop that's gonna be covering this area. There's gonna be a 2-burner stove that sits in this void here, and then we're also gonna have a multi-function convection oven on casters that sits in here. The rest of this is all storage, the best I can make it. We also have a sink going here. I still have a lot more storage space to squeeze out of this structure.
You know, you get pretty good at that thing.
I'm trying. I don't think I'm getting very good at it, but it sounds better than it did when I started.
It does. Did you finish that ambulance?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so. It's going to be a couple weeks on that.
It's always a couple weeks, Kelsey. It's always a couple weeks.
I did, however, finish my project that I've been working on.
Somebody's got to finish something around here.
Guys, we want to take the time to say thank you to each and every one of you who have followed along with this video and all of our other adventures, including the South Dakota ones where you guys watched us pick up these rocks in the last 7 weeks of you guys watching me process them. Now it's time for me to tell you how you can own it. So I'm going to post this on Facebook, on the Love Hut for Life Facebook page, at the same time that this video comes out. And I'm posting it for sale for $100, but as a big thank you to all of you, if you just comment below YouTube 50, then it's yours for half price. So head on over there and check out the page if you haven't already done so, and hit that follow button while you're there.
That was a really long thank you.
It was.
It was. Mm-hmm.
I guess he's cutting it off now. Peace out, guys. I hope you have a good one.
Thanks. Bye, y'all.